So this is the stuff that's coming out for our new expansion, and I say stuff because the expansion is going to be called Stuff of Legend. Here's a little flyer for it. We're going to be up on Kickstarter at the end of January through February, so we'll be in stores probably the third quarter of next year. What's awesome about this expansion is we were allowed to build on a little bit more complicated matters, because when we were selling the initial game, or we were making the initial game, we wanted it to be approachable for everyone to learn. Once you know how the game works, we can kind of build on that and make things more interesting or more difficult sort of powers. So we introduced 2 new hero types with this. We have these guys are supernatural. So here, this one's called Mystery. They derive their power from magic, and the way they work is, since they're not like full-fledged superheroes, they're not especially good at their magic, so they end up cursing themselves whenever they use their power the first time. So they usually have a really good power that then curses them, so they have this negative resource they have to manage. And they get a special action card that helps them lose curses, so they can defend with this and lose a curse, or they can play it and lose 2 curses. But if they play their superpower action when they're cursed, they just get a worse version of the power, which is listed down here. Also, if you rest when you're cursed, you have to roll a curse die, which has some negative results to it, which range from nothing happening to losing a fame or gaining an injury. But you want to try and sort of mitigate that negative resource. Another awesome thing we got to do was we got to add 2 new boards to this. So this board is really cool. It's called Ghosts in Games. So this is like a ghost has haunted your local gaming store. So in this, the villain is going to appear and disappear, and what he's going to do is he's going to embody some of the, or possess some of the meeples, we call them creeples, in this game, and those are going to come out and attack you as underlings. So each turn you're going to roll a die to see which table he's going to possess, and you're going to roll a die to see how many underlings he's going to spawn around the table. So you're never going to know when you go to the villain phase if a bunch of underlings are just going to spawn right next to you. So that's really cool. I know that some people wanted to see, boards where all the underlings didn't start on the board, and that's what we were allowed to do here is sort of populate them as the game goes along. The other awesome hero type we were allowed, or that we came up with, were these mythic guys. So all these guys are very different. They actually come with their own hero bonus card specific to that character and epic action specific to that character. So if you were to play Colossus, you'd have to find the Colossus bonus card and the Colossus special action. And most of them are tied to basic action, so Colossus loves to play Strike. He starts the game with an extra strike, and his strikes are better than everyone else's. So those guys are really neat. It's been a fun time trying to come up with all the different bonus cards for them, because you're basically designing 6 powers at once instead of just 1. And we got to build upon the original guys too, so we got to make vigilantes that were a little more complicated, and we got to do tech guys and mutant guys in different ways that we didn't have before. This one's really cool. It's Butterfly. When you play the mutant power, you get your power token. When you play the superpower, you get to draw 5 hero A cards and pick one that you want to be for the turn. So you get to play the superpower of a new hero every turn, or every turn that you activate your superpower. We also added on some new headlines that we've been working with, so some of these are really good to go. We're working on putting bystanders on every map, so we do have a headline that's rescued 2 bystanders. So, and don't worry, the people that love quirks, we got a bunch of new quirks that we've been testing, so that's been pretty hilarious. That's pretty much what we got now at this point. We have a lot of stuff we want to get you guys, so definitely check out the Kickstarter. Like I said, it'll be up into January through February. And for those people that they haven't been able to get the base game because we've been out of it, we will have a level that you can get all of the stuff that we have made. So you'll be able to get the base game and the expansion all at once.